Hello there, it's Psychic Cynthia here, and welcome to you, my fellow spiritual psychic adventurers, fellow psychic soul tribe members. And today I wanted to remind you about the power of working with your favorite divination tool. Yes, work with your favorite divination tool. By the way, what do I mean with when I say, divination tool? By those words, I mean tarot, runes, oracle cards, I Ching, bones. Astrology actually falls into this category too, although it's, pretty complex. So, yes. Is that giving you some ideas? Okay. And when we're on the spiritual psychic path, one of the main reasons we work with divination tools is to stimulate our psychic ability, especially to open the third eye and the crown chakras, but really just to, stimulate that psychic ability, the clairvoyance, especially the clairaudience, to work with our guides or the spirits on the other sides, our loved ones, because often they can work through these tools. At least, if you know what you're doing, or you get practice. Sometimes even if you don't know what you're doing, honestly, the spirits can work through these tools. So our beloved ones on the other side and our guides, our angels, they can speak with us. And it's not that you have to have these tools to receive messages. It's just that these tools can make it a little bit more accessible or easier. And the tools, even for an advanced medium like myself, or I don't like that word advanced, let's say experienced, okay? An experienced medium like myself. Yeah, the tools just add another layer of vocabulary and language. They add a little spice to the communications. That's why I still use them. I don't need them. Not for psychic development, probably. I mean, it's good to review, though. It's always good to go back to the basics. So that's a reason to work with a divination. Many reasons to work with a divination tool. If you're on the spiritual psychic path, if you want to sharpen and activate your own intuition, yes, work with a divination tool. But that's not what this video is primarily about today. What I like to really put forth to you is there's another dimension of this, no pun intended, of working with the divination tool, and that is working with your divination tool, or let's say playing with it, because a lot of these can be played with like a game. There can be a lighthearted approach, and not that we don't take them seriously and respect their power. I hope you do. But it's part of their power is that we can play with them and awaken the inner child and sort of step into another world where the rational mind sort of rests for a while, and that right brain, that intuitive self, that creative energy. The thing about it, working with the divination tool and getting a reading from somebody with or without divination tool. When my clients get readings with me, what do I provide them with? Of course, each situation is different, but ultimately, I believe the purpose of working with these tools or getting a reading is to get a higher perspective, a different higher perspective, okay? So if you are feeling like you'd like to stay connected to a higher perspective, if you tend to get depressed, if you tend to get down, or maybe you're just going through a period where you feel a little down or depressed, or maybe it's like, you're watching this at the time of year where it's the end of winter, and you're kind of in those winter blues, or if you have, lost focus or initiative, or, you feel a little fuzzy, then working with your divination tool again every day can help. And let's flip it around, okay? If you want to feel focused, if you want to feel productive, if you want to feel that you're living a life of purpose, if you want to feel that you're moving towards something good in your life, something constructive, and that you are aligned with the higher energies of the universe, with higher law, with higher order, with beauty, with grace, with symmetry, the cosmic symmetry, the cosmic balance. If these are things that you're interested in experiencing, states of being, and things, stuff you want to create in your life, if you just want to create positive momentum and change and beautiful things and relationships and experiences in your life, then you should work with your divination tool daily or at least several times a week. And how does this work? Well, I mean, it's real simple. You pick your tool, or if you don't have a favorite, or maybe you have 5 favorites, like I have different tools I rotate among, but you don't need that. And I'm gonna show you some of those in a minute. So stay tuned, because it'll be like a reading, a little micro reading for all of you watching. I'll pull out some of the cards that I got before this video and the runes, and yeah, I think it'll be a message for some of you watching. But you simply can ask your runes, your cards, your tarot cards, your oracle cards, your I Ching, you know, whatever it is you work with, whoever. I think of each of these tools as having, I know they have personalities, and they are their own entities. Don't freak out when I say that word. An entity is not bad. You're an entity. I'm an entity. We're in bodies, right? Spirits, maybe that's a better way to word it here. You know, they have their own essence. Each tool has a different essence. So, I mean, even among tarot, the tarot itself has an essence, but the different, you know, illustrations and vibrations that the creators put on it, they color the essence of your tarot deck. So, you know, it takes on a different quality. But you choose which essence, which spirit, which archetypal energy. You choose which one you want to work with, which one you want to seek out for guidance, which one, you know, the way I look at it with this technique, what you're doing is you are co-partnering, you are collaborating. So you're not alone, you're collaborating and co-partnering and co-working together with your oracle tool to get the guidance, to ask, you know, what should your focus be for the day ahead, or the week ahead, or the next few days ahead? What should your focus be, or what do you need to be aware of moving forward? And just that little question there, you know, like, hey, what should my focus be for the week ahead, for today? What should my focus be? Or what can I focus on? Where can I make progress today? What should I pay attention to? What universal forces should I pay attention to today? That gives you something to look out for, and like to look for, actually I'm saying. So you're looking forward, and that'll keep you alert and aware. It gives you a place to focus your energy, perhaps. And all of that can lift you out of stagnation. It can keep you from falling into stagnation. It can also lift you a little bit out of a mild depression, because one of the things when we're in just a mild depression, I'm not talking about clinical here, you're going to need more than a daily tarot card reading for that probably, but you know, if you're just in a little doldrums, sometimes you just get stuck, right? You get static, and having this daily card reading or rune reading or whatever it is allows you to move forward in a new direction each day, or each segment of time. Listen, you don't have to do it every day if that's too much. For me personally, I actually find often that I need more than one day to sit with a rune. In particular, if I'm doing the runes, I need to not just sit with it, focus on it, put my energy into that, look for it. So if you need a few days to work with that card or rune or whatever it is, then that's great. Just do that. Okay, but you know, this will give you something to focus on. So for example, and I think I'll do a separate video to show you all my little examples, but just as we're ending here, if, gosh, I have so many. But let's say you want to know, you know, hey cards, what would I focus on today? And here's from one of my favorite oracle cards. Oracle cards are great if you just want a quick message, or if you're not drawn to tarot. Now I have tarot too, but it just depends on the person. But I love these oracle cards. They're cosmic dancer oracle cards, and I am a dancer, so that you know, gels with me. But Anyway, I drew 2 cards for the video. One is for the video for sure. Honor the process. So maybe some of you out there today, one of you needs to hear this. Also look at the picture, not just the words on the card. You see she's a butterfly. She's in metamorphosis. Are you in metamorphosis? Are you transforming? And maybe you have to go through the process of transforming. That means it can't be rushed. And it might mean more. You meditate on it and see what comes up to you. Maybe look for the butterflies, right? And then this one I also drew before the video. This is for me and maybe for you too. Consciously complete. See how her hair is like on fire, and she's on fire with the passion, and there's a light coming up. She has to complete her circle of creation. And that's what I need to do today. There's some projects I'm working on, and even some decluttering projects that I need to finish up. I've been getting rid of some old computers and things, and of course that's work. So that gives me something to focus on though, right? I have things to focus on. But isn't it funny how we can forget that we have things that we need to focus on or do? And I noticed too, remember, pay attention to the picture. There's a lot of round imagery in here and a mound, and that reminds me of my handpan drum. So I'm now reminded that I'm at the end of a very long online handpan course and 90% complete. That's reminded me, consciously complete. It's been 2 years. You can do it. So maybe somebody out there, maybe you need to hear this. You can do it. If you've been working on something for a while or something that's hard, you can do it. You just need that last little push, and this is your encouragement for that. So my cat here, Kenny, he's emphasizing it. By the way, he's Kenneth, which is related to the Kanaz rune, which also means you can do it. Kanaz is related to our word for can in the modern language. So yes, you can do it. So if you stayed to the very end of the reading, thank you. This is an example of just how working with these tools can lift your energies. Even if the message is challenging, at least it gives you somewhere to focus your consciousness. If you have a direction to move in, guess what? You can move. You can get going again. And you can keep going if you're already moving. So I hope that you'll think of working with your divination tool in the future. I hope that you'll think of it not only as a way to sharpen your psychic ability, open your intuition. It is that, okay? But it's also a way to work with your inner self and harness the energy that you have within to create a life of purpose and meaning, to get stuff done, to be productive, or to rest if that's what you're being guided to do today, but just to create, a life that is full of zest and energy and balance and harmony and symmetry and all of that good stuff. So hope you found this helpful, and feel free to share about your journey with the divination tool, the message you received. So sending you much love and bright blessings, and until next time, let's connect with the wonderful positive energies and cosmic power of the universe together.